Morning, Mike. Good morning, Michael. Larry, good morning. Randall, good morning. Mark, good morning. Porch Monkey, David, good morning. I'm tired, man. Oh, I was up until like 2 o'clock this morning live streaming on TikTok with Brandon from Performance Transmission, answering questions about vehicles and stuff like that. And one guy, he said the tech that works next to me, he's dying on his Ford Escape with my key. And I said, yeah, it's because probably has one key, right? And he says, yeah. Only has one key. And I said, how are you going to get rid of my key with only one key? And if it's not the admin key? He said, hey, I don't know. That's what the guy's trying to figure out. So he's not going to. And he said the lady bought the vehicle with one key. And my key was already set. You got to have two keys, buddy. You're going to have to go get another key cut and programmed. You're going to have to wipe the keys from the system and reprogram two keys. It's kind of funny how people just really don't know. They don't, I mean, he said this guy's been dying on this car working on it, trying to get that key to deactivate it. So you can't do it. It will not deactivate unless you get a second key and erase and program two new keys. Have you ever pulled a North Star engine from the top of a 2010 Cadillac DTS? No. No, we don't work on Cadillacs here, really. The one Cadillac I had come in here seemed like it had the old head gasket problems that they get. And I quoted the guy out. Engine was pretty cheap overall for a reman with a 36,000 mile 3-year warranty. And he never come back. Morning, Dobby. Well, I appreciate it, Randall. I mean, if you want me to look something up for you, I can look something up for you. I got all data right here in front of me if there's something in particular you want to know information-wise. Good morning. Is there an interval for greasing splines on the drive shaft? No, I don't believe so. I mean, I guess I don't know. I never looked. But no. You see the town car out there? Ryan dropped it off last night right before Young got out of here. That's the one that needs the... Remember that rear suspension I just put in the Grand Marquis? That one where we were all out there trying to rip all the factory parts out and put all the aftermarket shit in. Okay. He wants all that done. He wants us to order the rear suspension. We got to pull the engine on it and oil pan gasket and stuff. And I'll have to get with you later because there's like a whole freaking laundry list of stuff we got to get. Morning, Lawrence. DT. Morning. Trouble. Good morning. Do you think it's normal for a dealership to have my F-150 for 3 weeks to replace the APIM radio and guides for the sunroof? Well, the sunroof job is it's a big job. The whole liner has to be dropped down to kind of get in there. Most guys, unless you're an interior guy, you know all the shortcuts, but that headliner and stuff's got to come out of that vehicle, and I think sometimes people remove seats to do that. The APIM job, are they waiting for the APIM? Because if they're waiting for the APIM, that's not something they're going to have in stock. It's going to take them a while to get that. 3 weeks is not bad. I mean, I'm just going to be straight with you. 3 weeks is not that bad. It is bad, but it's not that bad. This all depends on, did they have the parts ahead of time? Did they have the guy to do the interior work? Because I tell you right now, 90% of mechanics, 95% of mechanics, they're not going to touch the interior work. They're not going to do a sunroof. They go to a guy that does that stuff, or they have a guy come out that specializes in that. So you may be on his schedule waiting for him to show up to come do it. I mean, even though it's doable and it's easy money to be made once you get the hang of it, most mechanics do not want to touch the inside of somebody's vehicle. Okay, so again, Michael, just because they have interior people, I was an interior guy, but I did not like doing sunroofs. Jay. Jay's on here right now. You have beautiful eyes, boss. Jay, our help.
Oh.
16 MKT passenger floor is very wet. Where should I start? I mean, Bill, there's a whole freaking, there's so many different places to start, man. Sunroof drains, make sure they're not plugged up. Make sure the door seals are operating properly. Make sure the doors don't have water in them. Make sure when the AC's on, it's actually dripping under the vehicle instead of dripping back inside the vehicle. You're gonna have to start sprinkling water. Have somebody come out with a garden hose and start running water over the top of the car everywhere, different cracks and stuff, and then getting down inside there with the carpet pulled back and trying to trace where the water's coming from. It stalls when I stop, and sometimes it won't start when it's in park. Well, you didn't give us anything else other than what's going on with it. You didn't tell us the year, what engine it has in it. Morning, Joe. $15 Transit 250, no cruise control. What's the possibility of swapping steering wheels and reprogramming the computer to accept the cruise function? I mean, it's possible. You can do it, but I mean, why not diagnose what's wrong with it the way it sits? Good morning, UP. STS, good morning. 14 Fusion SE 15 EcoBoost. What would you do to fix the low idle if the Ford dealer couldn't fix anything? Having a tune-up stuff, clean the throttle body, things like that. Make sure air filter and stuff's not plugged up. I mean, it's the only thing I could really think of. What some people consider low idle is not actually low idle, so I don't know. BFT in the house, and all he wants to do is make you bounce. Why did Ford get rid of the 300 straight six back in '96? Too reliable, man. You can't make money off something like that. Plus probably EPA issues and stuff. Robert, morning. Had to replace my fuel door hinge on the 09 F-150. Now the flapper is stuck and can't fill up the tank. What's going on? Oh, I don't really know, man. You're going to have to take some stuff apart and look at it and see why it's hung up. Yes. Is it Jossie? Jossie? Chaula. Tried putting the Napa Power Premium Plus alternator 135 amp in my 03 LTC, but the plug didn't fit on it. Yeah, there's two different versions. If you look at my town car videos where I put like six alternators on one, yeah. Two different plugs. It is a 3.5 EcoBoost 2013. You're gonna have to do the basics, Flavin. You're gonna have to go through and make sure all your maintenance and stuff is done and make sure everything's good. I mean, I need the vehicle to look at stuff like that. I can't just come up with an answer, you know, unless you have some kind of issue with fuel pressure or something loose somewhere. I don't really know. Can you do an update video on the detour brakes on your F-150? I mean, in the future, I just put them on. They're working great. Quiet, stop awesome, no issues at all. Appreciate it, BFT. No cruise control originally installed. Better to add aftermarket system. I don't know. It's easier to add aftermarket system, sure. Story time. You think there's a huge future in rebuilding older cars with modern drivetrains to combat the extreme cost of new vehicles? Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Good morning, Chivito. Oh. I didn't fucking go to sleep until 2 o'clock this morning, dude. I couldn't sleep last night because she said, hey, you know, the new refrigerator and everything's coming tomorrow, so we have to prep because it's not those guys' job to, you know, kind of like move out all the old stuff because there's like an extra charge for all that. So we had to take the refrigerator and everything and put it on the deck, and then we had to take the stove and stuff and move it out on the deck, and then clean everything. And then she started getting a lot of energy, and she started like painting behind the stove. So she painted behind the stove from what we didn't paint before, and then she fixed I had put a new piece of drywall in, and I never really did the like mudding in the cracks and everything like that.
Right.
So she ran to the store real quick, and she got all the supplies for everything so we could do it now. So she was being proactive, and after we got everything moved out, I sat down in the chair and I was like, man, I don't feel like moving right now. But I couldn't sleep, like, kind of thing. So I jumped on live stream on TikTok, and Brandon from Performance Transmission, he jumped on with me. And there was tons of people just asking question after it. Surprisingly last night late, there were that many people online. There was like over 100 people at one time. And yeah, we were just answering all the questions people had, like, and it was nice because I didn't have to say I don't know about anything. I pretty much had an answer for every single thing that people were dealing with. Him too. He answered all the Chevy questions, and I answered all the Ford questions. Yeah, I'm wore out, and we're going out of town too. So
No bueno.
parents have a 2010 F-150, and the coolant reservoir looks like thick gel on top of the tank. Did they mix different coolant, or is this another issue? I see that a lot with those older F-150s for some reason. What the like 2005, 2004 to like 2010. Those coolant jugs look so nasty when those customers come in with their vehicles. It's like they mixed all kind of crap and stop leak and everything else. It's just disgusting. Brad Patterson, I have a 22 F250 7.3 gas. Is this a reliable setup? Yes, it is a reliable setup. the problem is, do not let that truck sit there and idle. Don't let it sit there and idle, and don't put no garbage ass oil in that truck. Don't put the Ford stuff in there. I can tell you right now. Go get you some, it's like some Valvoline high mileage and running that truck. It's got a little bit higher phosphorus and zinc in it, and better additive pack. Or get some Pennzoil Platinum Ultra or some Pennzoil Platinum. That regular Ford oil, even though it's spec at minimum, and that's got standard type lifters and push rods in that. You really need a decent oil in that engine. Do I work on Acuras? Joe, I work on everything. We had a Rolls-Royce Ghost here yesterday that we were just doing an inspection on. I mean, there's nothing that we won't roll through the door that we won't try to work on at least. Do I feel the 2018 Coyote engine with plasma arc coating will be a longer lasting engine? No. Nicholas, are you brand new here? Have you not seen all the videos that I've put out about the 2018 to 2020 F-150 with the plasma arc spray? No, it's not. It's a terrible design. They eat oil. I mean, it's 4 quarts of oil in less than, it was a couple months. I changed the lady's oil. She came back a couple months later for discovery, and she's 4.5 quarts low on oil. You notice the black housing headlights I have on my Lincoln Town Car? One of the same ones for myself, but those are only compatible on 05 to 11 due to the extra prong. I can still plug. Oh, I guess I haven't looked into it like that, but sure. Rich, is because you got a 2019 F-150 5.0. That's why. I'm drinking oil. Clean the throttle body. Put some plugs in it for the stalling and stumbling. Do you think Ford going to strike back at Chevy's overgrown 4-banger in a pickup truck? I don't know. They always go back and forth. Is it an easy process to update computer at the dealership? I can add updated steering wheel. Sometimes the dealership doesn't know how to do that. Sometimes they won't do stuff like that. Can y'all hit the thumbs up on the video? 67 people here, and I got 18 thumbs up. That's a problem. The same oil as I always recommend, Joe. Valvoline high mileage or Pennzoil Ultra Platinum or Pennzoil Platinum. I don't know what to tell you, Rich. You're gonna have to look into the basics, man. You gotta make sure it ain't got no vacuum leaks, plugs, ignition coils. I mean, there's not really nothing else I can tell you. It's gonna have to be checked out and diagnosed, more than just a comment on on the internet. 18 to 20, 25 liters were the biggest issue next to cam phasers in those years. They just start drinking oil. Some people say, I mean, I guess you could say about 30-40% of people say, 50% of people say they never had a single problem losing oil. 50% of people, I can honestly say that I've worked on, say they lose oil like crazy. What would you buy, a new Ridgeline, Canyon, or Frontier? I don't know, because I don't like any of those vehicles. There's a slight whine in reverse. Yeah, probably something to do with fluid level, or check the fluid level in that transmission. Joe, if you're having oil consumption problems, you're at the mercy of, you need a new engine. You got new pre-programmed TPMS sensors from Parts Geek. What does that mean? They put the sequence ID and everything in there ahead of time? You have to actually use, if you're putting new TPMS sensors with new IDs in the vehicle, then that has to be all relearned. You can't just put them in. Maybe it could be bad gas. If the tool isn't picking up the sensor, that means that sensors are not correct, or something's wrong with the vehicle, or you're not training them correctly. I don't know, maybe fuel trims would be a good place to start. Yeah, sure. I mean, but this is alive, and we're just answering basic questions. When people they want to deep dive into stuff, a lot of times there's no answer for it unless you're on top of it looking at it. So. I got a 22 Expedition that the dealer said the passenger connector was damaged by a passenger right under the seat. Would it be possible to DIY it? Don't do that. Let them fix it. I know it sucks. Let the dealer fix it. Because you DIY that and they already have it documented, they're going to know if something pops up in the future, it's on you. They're not going to fix it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is changing the exhaust manifold gaskets on a 2013 543 valve driven up? Also, what brand replacement? If you can get the Ford ones, get the Ford ones. Use the Ford gaskets. If you can find a set of compatible stainless steel studs, do that. And I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, 7. It's a pretty difficult job. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna hate yourself. Morning, Bob. '11 Pathfinder tack gauge is broken, works intermittently. If I get a used cluster, is it plug and play to reflect the proper mileage, or will I have to get it? Yeah, you probably got to get it flashed. Most clusters are not plug and play. Oh my God, I am exhausted. I need coffee. This energy drink ain't working. The coffee will work, but the energy drink isn't. It ain't doing it. There was a gentleman above. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. He said I'm looking a quart low this morning.
What?
He said you're looking a quart low this morning. Yeah. What does this do? Teslas. Can incomplete combustion create engine knock? Yeah, but so can like deposits and so incomplete combustion can be caused by deposits. It can be caused by incorrect fuel for compression ratio. It can be caused by incomplete, yeah, a like a wrong type of plug put in an engine, so it's not burning the fuel properly. It doesn't have the same flame front. There's a number of things that can cause it. Morning, Dave. Yeah, so far so good. No trolls. Last night there were no trolls either, so that was good. Thoughts on Alpha Rex Nova's headlights from I don't even know who that is. Alpha Rex Nova? Who's that? Alpha Rex headlights? They look nice. '19 to '23 Ram Lux series. They're different. Oh, there's the Lux series. Dual projector design, Alpha Rex LED, 6,000 K light output. Yeah, they don't look bad. They look nice for the most part. Oh crap! Are you still in the military, Porch Monkey? Thank you for answering my question. No problem. Awesome. Satellite navigation. You put the disc in, and the new disc, and it worked. It updated it. Yeah, yeah. You got lucky. Should put a blower on my F-150. Who said I'm not? Everything gets boost. Rob. Have a great day, Nick. You got out at normal time last night?
Yeah.
I might. As soon as we get paid. See you. Yeah, she wanna get a somewhat of a head start on the drive because of traffic. Is there there's no ATM close by, is there?
I know there's one at the gas station. They talk the fees probably.
Yeah. My bank reimburses, I think $20 a month they give you back.
Oh, for real?
So they take care of the fees because it's a military bank.
Okay.
But yeah, I gotta keep grabbing money because of that supercharger tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the closest one they put it that way.
I want one that I can pull like, if I need to pull like $500 out, it'll let me. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I know a lot of the black folks when they come in here, they always ask me ATM and shit. They send them to the gas.
Yeah.
I don't think they're pulling $500. Probably just maybe 100, 200.
That's just the way it is. Probably Roush. I don't know. Roush. I'm more familiar with the Roush blower. You want coffee? I want coffee. This ain't doing nothing for me. It's like, I don't even feel this shit anymore, but I drink coffee and I feel it.
Yeah. That's what happens too with anything. You know, you drink a lot of coffee and shit. After a while, it doesn't do shit anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
They say your body starts getting desensitized to caffeine.
Cause you need fucking more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
Shit, you know, so if you went from 1 cup, now you need 2 cups, and they just keep doing fucking higher and higher and higher.
And then you experience that burnout phase.
And man, they'll try to quit this shit, you know. Then you got the fucking withdrawals, headaches.
And then trying to sleep, you can't. Your body gets all weird because you're
Yeah.
drinking so much caffeine all the time.
Yeah. They say after a certain hour you shouldn't drink any more caffeine. I don't know if it's 3 o'clock or something.
Yeah, I think they were saying that something about there's a certain cutoff for caffeine.
Yeah, if you want to sleep good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna have a problem, like you're saying.
And then they're saying they were saying that they've done enough studies on how light affects your eyes and your body. So before you go to bed, if you put your phone down, the TV and stuff down for about a half hour, 45 minutes before you're actually ready to go to sleep,
You sleep better.
you go into a better sleep because you're letting your body adjust to having no light. And it said that turn the TV off, maybe have a light if you want some kind of light in the distance in the corner of the room, so there's a little bit of light or no light at all.
Right.
And then your body can come down much easier without a phone being in your hand or there being a TV on in the room. And
Yeah. No, luckily I don't have that fucking problem, man. I shut the TV off, I jump into bed, probably within fucking 5 minutes,
done.
fucking lights out. What fucks me up though is the middle of the night, sometimes you gotta take a piss and shit.
Yeah.
That fucks you up.
Yeah. My daughter, she'll read and she's out.
Okay. Don't forget, you gotta be fucking quiet. Bro. If there's fucking noise, I'll wake up too. And I'm fucked up like that. Like if there's a bad sound, like a big kid last night, they decided to blow off fucking fireworks around. 11 o'clock. Fucking Jaguars. God damn, that looks plasticky, man.
Oh yeah.
Shit, how long is that gonna last? It already got a dent.
Fuck it. It's $150.
You seen the dent, right?
No.
There's got a couple of dents actually. Here, there's like a dent right here, or something's going on there, and I seen it on the other side too. I know.
I don't give a shit. The chrome was peeling off the bumper.
Which car are you? Which truck?
That's for the F-150.
The brown one?
Yeah, the chrome is peeling off the grill, and I wanted an all black one that goes all the way across because the ones that come on the F-150s, they got these little vent ports on the side in the grill.
Okay.
And I don't like the way it looks. It looks goofy to me. I want the ones to go all the way from one side to the other like this
They're
one.
so fucking generic, man. The chrome, I've seen a lot of cars like that where they're chromed
Yeah.
out and the shit's coming off, man.
Chrome's coming off it. "2015 Ford Escape replacing front strut with aftermarket quick strut assembly. Workshop manual says to replace drive axle nut. Straight to knuckle. Pinch bolt and outer tie lock necessary." If the vehicle's under warranty, yes, but I've never seen a guy not be able to use an axle nut or the main big supporting nuts for the knuckle and stuff like that. So I've seen a lot of guys just take a little dab of blue Loctite and they put it on the nut, they put it on the pinch bolt nut, and they're fine. They never really have any problems. But that's kind of all up to you. It does say that it's one-time use because of, for whatever reason, it may be a stretch bolt, or maybe they're worried about fracturing or something. I don't think there's a problem reusing them. Take a little dab of blue Loctite and send it. Any trick for replacing the transmission shift cable on an 05 Mercury Mountaineer? Mike, no, I just fight through it, man. Whenever I do stuff like that, unfortunately, I don't have a easy answer for you. A little mini pry bar down there and try to push it on. I don't know. When is it making the chirping sound? Is it making it all the time the engine's running? Does it seem like it's worse than some? Give me more information. I can't click on a link right now, Mark. Not while I'm live streaming. I just ain't gonna be able to do it. Hold on a second. Let me see. Lincoln Town Car. Select part, engine. Engine. $64,000 miles. Call for a price. W&W Auto Parts. You know who that is?
It's a junkyard.
It says it's from here.
Yeah, we used to do it back a long time ago. It's been years. They were big time in the 90s.
Yeah. Loves Park Auto Sales. It says LKQ in Wisconsin has a engine for that town car for cheap, reasonable.
LKQ where?
Out of Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, that's what Mike is.
But yeah, is he an LKQ supplier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's in Wisconsin actually.
This one's got 36,000 miles on it. This one is, yeah, another one out of Hortonville, Wisconsin. It only has 52,000 miles on it. I wonder if they give me pictures of it. Yeah, what have you ever tried to call and ask for pictures of the actual engine?
No.
Because it looks like this car is pretty beat up, but it only has 52,000 miles on.
Is it LKQ?
No, this is it's a different place.
Oh.
I'll take the hubcaps if they give me the hubcaps. It looks like the car's just been sitting, and the paint is just flaking off of it. Where can I get an electrical schematic for a specific engine harness? Depends on what you need, man. No. Midwest Panther? No. No. See, this throws me off about this carparts.com thing
Yeah.
is they don't tell you what it costs to ship it.
Correct. You have to call. That's why you try to fuck with people that are local.
Yeah.
I don't try to fuck out of state because only God knows what you're gonna get. You never dealt with them.
Yeah.
Only God knows, and if there's a problem to return it.
That's why this W&W Auto Parts.
Yeah, that's local. So if you have a problem, you know at least they're here.
morning, WW can help you.
Yeah, I'm calling about a part you show on carpart.com.
Sure. What's year, make, and model you got on there, bud?
It's an '04. This is what I'm working with. It's an '04 town car, but it's the same thing on your site is
Sure.
'04 Grand Marquis.
Sure. What part was it, bud?
The engine. It's a 407 1QJ.
Ready. Ready. You should have this one off on the rack at the warehouse, ready to go. Yeah, it's only had 65,000 miles. We do have it off and ready to go. We do offer a 6-month warranty on the part. Be able to do. Let's look here. Right there, bud. Yeah, I can do 7 on that one plus the exchange, but for Tuesday delivery.
Now on the exchange, would I be able to have a little extra time to get that set up? Because I got so many cars right now. I'm trying to get out of the shop that I'm.
Yeah, no, there's no rush on cores. We will have to charge you 75 for the core.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just let us know when the core's ready to go, and we'll pick that up from you.
I think I need to go with it.
You guys are still in Archer, right?
Yeah, right there off 39th and Archer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, how far are you guys from us?
Well, we're in Blue Island, so we're like.
Oh, you're closer down there. You're closer down there to where we're not close, but I live down there by Alsip.
Oh yeah, we're your neighbors. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right next door.
Yep.
Yeah, so I could possibly just bring the truck by one day instead of having it delivered, and there's no freight charge.
Yeah. Oh no, we're not gonna charge you a freight, but we only charge a freight if it's a small part under $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, don't worry about that, bud.
Let me contact this customer real quick.
Sure.
And I'm gonna sell it, and then I'll get back a hold of you.
All right, sounds good, man.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks. All right,
Bye.
Sounds like a decent dude, man. Whoever that was.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I remember W&W, the few times I called, they had pieces of shit over there. That guy seemed decent. Whoever.
Yeah, that guy's
You didn't catch his name, eh?
that guy. I'll find out because I'll probably give him a good review. I always do whenever they treat me well.
Yeah.
And that guy's giving us a freaking smoking deal on that thing, man.
Is that right?
$700 for a 64,000 mile engine.
How did he know you were Brighton? I didn't hear you say Brighton.
The number.
They popped up on their end.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because it sounded like he knew who we were. I mean, we dealt with him back in the day. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
we're still in their system and shit. What's their warranty though?
6 months.
Also, pretty much.
Same.
That's everybody. Okay.
Yeah, but they're giving us a great
Yeah.
deal on that engine. I mean, that's the route that I would want to go anyway, because I'm going to pull the engine out of his car, and it's got a lower end thump. Once it starts to warm up, you can hear it. It's not. It has, like, coming from the oil pan area. It's deeper, and you really get in it and brake torque the vehicle, and it'll. Sometimes he says it gets tingy, and I was like, oh man, nah, that don't sound good. At that point, with the amount of labor I'm going to have in it, tearing everything apart, pulling main caps, looking at the crank and everything else, you're better off just putting a lower mileage engine in it. You'd actually save a few dollars.
What kind of money is he getting this one?
He's a subscriber here on the channel, and he's like a really good friend of mine. So he's not cheap. He spends money for quality stuff and quality. He doesn't argue about that at all.
I was wondering like if a fucking Lincoln's even worth fixing. I guess some people just
That one, that
I didn't
Lincoln,
look at it yet, so I don't
that
know.
Lincoln is that's an ultimate.
What does that mean?
That for 2004, that was I think it was the best Lincoln you could get. It had
Did it already take a
it's
shit?
no, it's not that though. It's you don't know how the vehicle was handled before you even received it.
So he just bought the car?
No, he's had it for a little while now. So the story on that car is, a couple years ago I was cruising down the road outside of Alsip, and I passed by a repair shop like this, and it was sitting outside in the parking lot with a for sale sign on it, and I was so intrigued by the color of the car and the condition that it was in. I pulled over.
Right.
And I was like, man, the rims alone on that car are like $1,400. They're in like immaculate shape.
Yeah.
They're not flaking like all the other town car rims back in the day. The paint was like immaculate. The inside looked like nobody had ever sat in it. And I'm like, this car is freaking nice, man. This is one of those cars that you just don't see on the road at all
No,
in
I
this
was
condition.
gonna say, dude, I don't know where these town cars are, man, or whatever Lincolns, because over here,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna see one.
Yeah. Around here you're in the hood, you know, it's a
exactly,
different
so you don't
it's
see
like
that.
Mercedes and BMW and Audis here, and
Yeah.
that's their thing around here.
Yes,
But
yes, exactly.
out more towards
That's what I'm
by
saying.
me,
They're out there.
they're town cars,
No way.
Interceptors, Crown Vics, you know,
That's where
everything.
they're at.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Yeah, because
And
you
then-
will not see one on Nurture.
No, not around here. No, they just don't drive that
They
kind of
don't
stuff
roll
around
that car
here.
around here, yeah.
But I saw that car and I pulled over and I did a short video on it real quick on how nice it was and show the underneath, the undercarriage and stuff. Well, another dude was watching my channel and he saw the sticker, the for sale sign and stuff. He called the people up and haggled with them and bought the car for like $1,500 less than what it was stickered for. Then turned around and sold it to another subscriber on the channel like a week later.
No.
Yeah,
Put money on it?
for more money.
Oh shit. You flipped it.
And he flipped it, yeah.
You didn't put nothing into it, just flipped it?
Just flipped it.
Nice. Bueno. Good.
Good morning, Jim.
Yeah.
Steve knows. A lot of times you don't know history. Right in service, Rich. Service, Rich. He's on the phone with somebody else that just called right before you call, so I'm gonna park you and then you'll have to wait for him, okay? Where you calling from?
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Sometimes it's for you, O'Reilly.
Fucking guy on the phone sounded like he wanted me to take a survey or some shit.
Survey these nuts.
What up? Hello.
Just Matt, comment on one of my other videos outside of the live chat and ask for my email, and I'll just send you the email.
Actually, this is Brian. I don't know if somebody called over here. I don't know if you Carlos. Right now.
But you know, some of these people on here, Al, they got like, it'll pop up here and it won't say a price, and you call them up, and then you're like, what do you want for this 462 valve? And they're like, oh, it's a reman. You get 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty on it, $2,200, $2,400, and I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah. But then somebody put it in a perspective different for me the other day, and they said, yeah, but you're buying somebody else's used engine that has been refurbished.
Yeah.
If you can get a low mileage one that hasn't been broke apart or gone into yet, you might be better off than a refurbished one, because that's not somebody else's used engine. That's an engine that's still in good operating condition.
No, and that was fucking built by the manufacturer.
Yeah.
You got some fucking shop to put it together, and only God knows if they put it together.
Right. Because there's one on here that says it's got 1,000 miles on it, but it says it won't tell me the price. It says call. It's in McChesney Park.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not far. So I mean, it's not far, but far, right?
Where?
McChesney Park.
What is it?
McChesney. I thought it was closer to the.
Hell no.
I'm gonna call them up real quick and see what they say.
I have no idea where that's at. It's crazy. You live in Illinois, and it's like you hear places that you're like, what?
Yeah. Airbags are holding up good. Yeah, I'm calling to inquire about a part that you have on carpart.com. It's an engine for a 05 town car.
thinking he's gonna help me. I'm like, what the fuck you call me?
The '05 Lincoln motor you're looking at, that's an LS. That motor is not a town car motor. It's coming up as a town car, but it's not. It's an LS. I do have a town car motor, but it's an '06.
How much you want for it?
Well, let me see. You're putting it in an '05?
Oh, 04.
Let me see if it fits.
It does.
That's a body shop, no?
I got a few of them. I just pull the stuff off that doesn't, and this one's a good engine that's in it, but it's got that lower end thump once they start getting up there in high mileage, and the mains start getting wore out a little bit. So I told the guy, I said, look, I'll try to figure out what I got. If not, I'm going to pull this thing apart and just rebuild it. They're easy enough to rebuild, but I'm seeing, a lot of places like yours that have low mileage ones, and I'm like, wow, they're going for like nothing.
Yeah, it's got 23,000 on my '06.
Okay.
That came out of the town car. But again, it's a 2006 town car. So.
Yeah, I can make it work. What do you,
And the 8 digits of B. It's a 46 with a B code. I want 12.5 exchange.
and what do I have to get you the exchange back? Like a week or a couple days? Or
Yeah. I'll just charge you a core charge, and then when you bring it back, I'll give you a core charge.
12.5. It's only got 23,000.
Yes, sir.
Let me write that down because you're like the best one so far, mileage wise. 23,000 miles. And what'd you say you wanted? 12.5?
12.5.
Okay, so there we go. And then this is two. I'm gonna write the phone number down now so I don't lose it. Because I'm surfing car part right now, and
There you go.
well, I'm looking for a core for myself as well, or I'm looking for an engine for myself as well, because I have a project vehicle that I'm building as well. Because this is a customer, and the reason they bring it to me is because I have a couple of my own, and I'm pretty well versed in these, so I love these things. But I've been seeing more and more of them lately where they're starting to fail at lower mileage. Normally, I'm used to seeing these with 250, 300,000 plus before they start failing.
Yeah. I mean, they've made a great engine, so.
Oh, yeah.
I've sold quite a few of these, actually, that guys put in Ford pickup trucks. And
Yep.
You name it.
Well, a lot of the guys will take your setup, and they'll stick the PI heads that you have on the NPI block, and they'll bump up the compression a little bit, and they get a little bit more power out of it. Really, it's not worth all the extra effort because you ain't getting much out of it. But that's kind of some of the stuff that I've been playing around with lately. All right, I got your number down, 815-633-2700.
That's correct.
All right, let me talk to the customer and stuff first, and
All right.
go that route.
You bet.
Thank you. All right, bye.
They're not. No more.
Because private used to do that.
Make it all private. So parents have to pay.
64,000 miles.
That way, if the kid ain't doing good, it's hurting their pockets, and now they're forcing them to do
700.
because it's television and.
Especially this area.
Oh, this isn't.
Wow, it's another good price for that. 23,000 miles, only 1250 for the engine. That's a damn good price.
And then separate, what's it called? All those cars? No, really?
12 Mustang, 2001 Vic. I appreciate that, Matt. Chesney Park is in Rockford. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure where it was. So Rockford, an hour and 15 minutes from here.
Hello. Hello? Hey, Tazo.
I don't like the wet belt stuff, but it is what it is.
What's up? Yeah. Yeah. You want to do that?
I'm not as concerned with the newer Coyote with cylinder deactivation just because their design of cylinder deactivation is better than the other manufacturers, but I still don't like it. But a lot of those trucks are coming without the cylinder deactivation anyway because it's cheaper to build them without it than it is with it. So the manufacturer's been actually leaving it out and giving the customer like a credit for, you know, $50 or $100 or $200 or whatever it is.
Yeah, let me just make sure we're on the same page. It's that 312-714-7343? Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna jump off of here
Yes, sir.
and I'm gonna contact the customer on this
Yeah.
and
$100.
see what he wants to do, whether or not he wants the 23,000 mile or the 64,000 mile. So
Maybe 10 o'clock.
we'll go that route. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me for a little while. Sorry to cut this short, but it's not short. We've been on here for an hour. I just got started a little later.
Every day is a different driver.
Oh, you already know who I'm calling. Yeah, Ryan.
Every day it's a different guy. Oh, it is. It's chaos, man. And you know what I noticed? These guys that are coming here, they don't even speak Spanish.
So, well, this is what we'll do. I'll catch y'all here in a little bit. Let me sell the job. Let's go that route, and then we'll be back.
Yes. Yes.
I appreciate you all. Have fun. Have a great day.
You can't even communicate with
See ya.
these kids. Their
Be
English
blessed.
is not that great. So, yeah, man.